Hi, it's Meg, and I can't believe it's been nearly a year since I moved from Malibu to Ireland. It's been an adventure and a difficult recovery since the Wildfire. The process I'm about to introduce you to is a combination of ideas that I used to resolve my own PTSD symptoms caused by the Wildfire in Malibu. After losing everything, I had PTSD triggering my lupus symptoms, and I was sick, horribly sick, all the time for 3 years. The triggers were constant in California, and so were the symptoms of both conditions. I tried moving across the world to Ireland to avoid the environmental triggers, but I wasn't able to turn off the wind in Ireland. All told, I spent 3 years using myself as a guinea pig, testing hypnosis processes one after the other. I was told PTSD is a lifetime injury. It was a nightmare, as anyone watching this knows, for me and everyone around me, and I just didn't accept that it had to be forever, and I didn't want to live with it anymore. Finally, I found a combination of processes that worked for me. I've had no PTSD symptoms for almost 6 months. The process is based upon 2 Milton Erickson processes, both with the use of the crystal ball. In one process, he had a trauma victim watch the trauma in a crystal ball while feeling calm, watching without emotion. In another process, he directed a person to see their desired future where a problem was resolved in the crystal ball and then watch it backward to the present, understanding how the problem was resolved. The combination of these 2 techniques was what finally allowed me to be free of wildfire PTSD symptoms. The key is to watch the trauma in the crystal ball and smell and see the smoke, hear the sirens, watch the fire, see yourself frantically throwing things in the car if you did, and observe the anxiety and fear. Watch the entire experience from when you awoke that morning and feel calm and without emotion, as if it were on TV and happening to someone else. And move forward to now, and backward to the fire, and then fast forward and rewind. This apparently moves the trauma from the area of the brain that screams emergency to the area of the brain that files past events. To get a better explanation of this, you may want to ask your doctor, in the hope that maybe this combination of processes could possibly help other wildfire survivors or other people suffering from PTSD. I reached out to Milton Erickson's foundation to request permission to record this audio. Think of it as a guided meditation that may or may not be useful to you. It's not medical advice or a magic cure. It's simply a guided meditation that may or may not resonate with you. It's important to note that hypnotherapy techniques are interventions, and this is an experimental one. Because it's a guided meditation for wildfire trauma, means you should keep your medical doctor or licensed psychologist in the room with you or ready to take a call when you are listening to this process, just to be safe, out of an abundance of caution. I personally had to use this process a couple of times, so if the first time you don't succeed, please join me in trying again and keep listening. What happened for me is one day I realized I didn't have a reaction when there was crazy wind. The fear and anxiety was gone. And then I realized when I smelled smoke, I no longer had the PTSD reaction, and the intense emotion associated with it was not there. I'll be posting the audio on the Metaphysical Ireland Facebook page and on YouTube this weekend. And I'd love your feedback on the process. The recording will be created in GarageBand. So I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm not quite the pro engineer, but it will be sufficient for the task. I've used Pro Tools and Logic, just don't have them here. So we've got GarageBand and I will make it work. The processes, again, both Milton Erickson's creations. You can Google the Milton Erickson Foundation online if you'd like more information about him. He was known as the godfather of hypnosis. The music on that track is licensed from Christopher Lloyd Clark at Enlightened Audio. The track is called Adrift. I made the opening video at Downpatrick Head in Ireland, and the vocal is just me. So fingers and hooves crossed, this guided meditation can make a difference for you. The next process I'm going to record is a guided meditation for lupus and cancer patients. It's already scripted, and it's a process I'm trying to figure out because although I'm free of PTSD now, the aggravated lupus symptoms since the Wildfire have been debilitating. And as usual, I don't mind being my own guinea pig, and someday I'd love to ride my horses again. If anyone doesn't mind trying a guided meditation, it might do nothing for you, but if it can make a positive difference, that makes it worthwhile for me to spend the time recording and re-recording it until I get it right. You simply need to be willing to release the pent-up anger, guilt, and intense negative emotions you've been holding on to that gives the disease a place to live in your body. You'll need your licensed professionals for support again. It's coming soon. But for now, here's our crystal ball. And are you ready? This weekend. Have an amazing weekend.